The search for inner peace and the trap of spiritual narcissism. For many survivors of narcissistic abuse, the quest for inner peace, recovery, healing, and restoration often leads them towards spirituality and its practices. However, in unfortunate cases, the sacred space they seek refuge in has the potential to become a hellish environment where further abuse takes place. This torment stems from none other than spiritual narcissists, who exploit your desperate need for help by creating an illusion of a promised land. The spiritual narcissist is a deceptive entity that hides behind a facade of self-awareness, wisdom, connection, grace, and enlightenment. Their methods of abuse are not only insidious, but also highly complex to comprehend and describe, as they operate under the guise of spiritual evolution. In today's episode, we will delve deeper into this topic. Welcome back to the Narcissist Exposed channel. In today's episode, our focus is on spiritual narcissistic abuse, how it occurs, and the stages one may go through while dealing with such a malicious entity. If you're ready to explore this topic, I invite you to subscribe to our channel before we begin. If you're new here or haven't subscribed yet, your support in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse is greatly appreciated. Narcissists can be found infiltrating every aspect of our lives. Their influence permeates through the various spheres we rely on for functionality and personal growth, including spirituality. A spiritual narcissist is akin to a predatory force, weaponizing concepts such as awakening, enlightenment, karma, kundalini, spirit guides, shamanism, meditation, soul contracts, channeling, clairvoyance, sacred feminine and masculine energies, universal consciousness, among many others. They exploit these ideas under the pretense of love and light, leveraging them to abuse you emotionally and mentally. Encountering a spiritual narcissist. The deceptive persona and intense bonding. When crossing paths with a spiritual narcissist, they project an image of honesty, connectedness, possessing all the answers, calmness, and composure. They appear to be individuals who know what they're talking about, or at least skillfully pretend to do so. Their mastery of spiritual language and ability to eloquently describe various aspects of life can mesmerize and simultaneously create a false sense of hope and security within you. Love bombing with a spiritual narcissist may deviate from the traditional approach. They position themselves as the ultimate fixer or resolver of all your problems. Through subtle manipulation, they establish themselves as the focal point, masquerading as a gentle guide who can lead you towards healing and recovery. At times, the connection with them may feel incredibly profound, with intense psychic experiences or vivid dreams, as if they are the missing piece to a puzzle you have been searching for. Many individuals have reported such encounters in the early stages of the relationship, making it easier for them to trust the narcissist. However, cognitive dissonance eventually emerges, leaving them perplexed and struggling to comprehend how an experience that seemed so profound could be twisted and ultimately revealed as the narcissist's ploy to mark their territory through psychic and intrusive attacks. This information may be difficult to believe unless you have personally experienced the presence of such a monstrous individual. They carry an overpowering dark energy, which, ironically, they later attribute to you, placing blame on your being. Have you gone through an ordeal like this? Have you encountered similar experiences? Share your thoughts in the comments below and contribute to the healing journey of fellow survivors, making them feel less alone in their path towards recovery. The love bombing stage and the devaluation. Trapped in the crazy-making cycle. During the love bombing stage, a narcissist may intermittently shower you with compliments. However, their true objective is to make you believe you have been specially chosen and establish an obligation for you to cater to their false ego, disguised as spiritual growth. If your relationship with them turns romantic, the situation deteriorates when the devaluation phase begins. While love bombing, you may have felt seen, heard, chosen, and cared for. But as they start neglecting you, you begin to question your sanity, feeling as though you are mentally unraveling. When you attempt to address any issues, they immediately redirect the focus towards your alleged lack of awareness, unwillingness to confront your own flaws, or refusal to take responsibility for not embracing your shadow self. For instance, if they hurt you with hurtful words and you express your justified anger, they will devalue and undermine you instead of owning their actions. They will activate their spiritual facade, maintaining a calm and centered voice, inviting you to breathe deeply or encouraging minutes of silence to find your inner balance. In doing so, they insinuate that the fault lies solely with you, that you are out of control and not as spiritually evolved as they are. This theatrical pretense leaves you feeling inauthentic and lacking in personal growth. Meanwhile, they appear unfazed, unaffected by anything, seemingly stoic, and forever willing to rescue and assist you. This is precisely the essence of the crazy-making dynamic. Through this twisted manipulation, the narcissist achieves two things. Firstly, they convince you that you are the one burdened with all the problems, while positioning themselves as the heroic savior with the sole intention of rescuing you from your own faults. As you become progressively gaslit, they relish in the spectacle they have orchestrated. They are well aware of their manipulations and relish in pushing your emotional buttons to evoke various reactions, only to then shift blame onto you, positioning themselves as the superior figure above all the ensuing chaos and drama that they attribute solely to your being. In this manner, they extract their narcissistic supply, perpetuating the cycle of crazy-making in which you find yourself trapped. The cycle of self-doubt and spiritual manipulation. The torment inflicted by a spiritual narcissist extends further. After every encounter with them, you spend days inwardly shaming yourself for not measuring up to their standards or for repeatedly disappointing them. Each time they give you an opportunity, you find yourself questioning, how can it be their fault when they remain so composed during our arguments, while I'm the one screaming, shouting, and cursing? How can it be them when they effortlessly guide me towards calmness and relaxation when I'm losing control? Perhaps I'm unworthy of what they offer because I'm not improving. Maybe I'm not truly listening to them, lacking the same level of serenity they possess. In truth, they are fully aware of their manipulations, as previously discussed, yet they derive pleasure from witnessing your suffering. During the devaluation phase, they attribute your hardships to your past karma, taking advantage of this distorted rationale to further rationalize their abuse. Consequently, you may find yourself thinking, perhaps this is my deserved punishment. They may even proclaim ideas that border on the absurd, such as being your soulmate or twin flame, entering the physical world solely to complete your journey or impart crucial life lessons. This gaslighting intensifies the level of craziness. Furthermore, they may feign connection with your spirit guides, offering supposedly valuable feedback, all while further destabilizing your fragile state of mind. Can you now perceive the immense danger of engaging with a spiritual narcissist? I have witnessed the unimaginable suffering endured by victims subjected to this form of abuse. It is a situation where your sanity is entirely shattered, while they recline in self-proclaimed enlightenment, pretending to have it all figured out, disguising themselves as superior beings. In their quest for control, they resort to the same manipulative tactics employed by any other narcissist, but cunningly masked under the facade of assistance. They lie, manipulate, undermine, betray, create triangles, project their faults onto others, deflect accountability, and inflict punishment. All of this while maintaining an outward appearance of a serene smile, closed eyes, deep breaths, and the chanting of mantras, seemingly selfless. For a skilled con artist, this kind of narcissist embodies the epitome of deception. Ultimately, when they grow tired of your perceived lack of growth or inability to attain spiritual transcendence, they discard you like disposable refuse, leaving you in a state of utter confusion and terror. You feel a profound sense of shame, convinced that you have become your own worst enemy, while they absolve themselves of any responsibility for the situation. Even their final words are laden with spiritual jargon, which offers no real answers but leaves you with a multitude of unanswered questions. The empty farewell, a manipulative dismissal. When discarding you, a spiritual narcissist might deliver a message such as, "Throughout our time together, I have bestowed upon you numerous insights and guidance in the hopes of leading you towards true enlightenment. It deeply saddens me to witness your consistent resistance to personal growth and your inability to truly embrace and act upon the wisdom I have imparted. As the adage goes, the teacher appears when the student is ready. Perhaps our journey has reached its culmination because you are not yet prepared for the profound truths I have to offer. Remember, the door to guidance is never fully closed. You can always reach out, and I will be there to extend a helping hand. Namaste." How on earth are you supposed to react to such a response? If you were to express your concerns, how could you do so when they project an air of elevated consciousness, seemingly aware of everything that transpired? There is no closure to be found with an individual of such malicious nature. In conclusion, the treacherous expedition through the labyrinth of spiritual narcissistic abuse leaves an indelible imprint on your soul. You find yourself ensnared between the allure of enlightenment and the suffocating grip of manipulation. Amidst the harmonious chants, rhythmic mantras, and profound teachings, lurks a sinister game that gaslights you into believing that you are inherently flawed. The very realm you sought solace and personal growth becomes the battlefield for your inner anguish, a battle you did not instigate but must ultimately conquer. To every survivor out there, recognize this truth. Genuine spiritual growth thrives on authenticity, mutual respect, and genuine love. It liberates rather than restrains. Rediscover your unique path, trust your intuition, and bear in mind that true enlightenment arises from within, not from those who assert dominion over your spirit. With that, we bring this episode to a close. I hope you found it enlightening and valuable. If you did, please let me know in the comments and share it with others. I look forward to connecting with you in our next installment. Until then, may the journey of healing commence and persist.